Oh, so it wasn't just my internet. It's been fine since I did the restart. For me. Yeah, it was crazy. Like, you joined right as it started fucking telling me it was buffering and dropping signal. So I was like, alright. And then I stopped it. And then you were there. Hey, you got a new phone? Nice. What new phone did you get? Same thing, just new? I'm assuming this is your day off. Did you get the day off? You've been stocking pharmaceuticals, as the aforementioned. Well, I know you had to, but you got fancy nice. So you can actually stay up till midnight now without turning into a gremlin? What the fuck? That's ridiculous, but I'm for it. How the fuck did that work out so specifically well? You're actually stocking pharmaceutical packaging. It's crazy. Fuck, that's true. You got a point there. How far is it? 20 miles? That's a lot of miles. Nice. An hour walk. Okay. So like 3.5 miles. Give or take. That's how long it takes me to do Ariel's little 3 mile walk. Yeah, that's fair. The Ariel's 3 mile walk is half uphill, half downhill. But some of the uphill is really uphill. It's one of the reasons why I only rode my rollerblades 3 times before I stopped trying to rollerblade around here. It's too much downhill speed. I burned through my fucking front because I don't wear brakes. I can't. So I burned through my front 2 wheels in 3 trips. It's fucking nuts. I need to learn a better way of stopping if I'm gonna continue doing that. I tried the whole like weaving, you know, back and forth, but I gotta like basically take up the whole fucking street to do it. Cause it's such a downhill incline. So realistically, wouldn't it be like 6 minutes or so on your bike? Since you got fucking 25 cc's of pure unadulterated American torque. I don't know what kind of, is it even an American bike? You can't take that? You don't trust taking that? That's fair. Because of weather. Oh, that's fair. I forgot. I forgot. I live in California. I'm over here with my thumb up my ass in fucking 70-degree weather. Bright and shiny every fucking day. Not even a goddamn cloud in the sky. That's cool though, that they actually have pods. Because I've noticed that's definitely one of my main concerns. Like I can't even take my bike to the post office down here. I found out. I think it was right around the time when no, was it when I took your stuff? I don't know, probably, but yeah, there's no bike stuff at the post office. I had to go a little down the street and lock it up somewhere else. Walk over. She's absolutely ridiculous. I saw a TikTok of somebody in London fucking stealing a goddamn bike in broad daylight, and they cut the rack and just took the bike off of that. It's like, goddamn. All right, never fucking mind, I guess. It's definitely been a crazy but slow week. I had more pain in a different spot in my back. that like took me out for a day. I keep, wanting to work on the controllers and stuff. I was trying to get 4 or 5 consoles done and times and cleans and all that by today, but I only got 2.5. And then none of the fucking shit I've been working on really works, so I've been waiting for parts. I haven't taken anything in. I had 2 things I was going to take in today, but then I was like, eh. And then all of a sudden a bunch of stuff that I was waiting for came, all the parts that he ordered. So now I'm like, maybe I'll just take it Monday and hopefully I can get like, 4 more things working. Or more, depending on how well I do. But yeah, I got that standing desk in. Holy fuck, that's super nice. There was only a small little crack on the bottom of it, or a chip, and then yeah, that's it. That's the only thing that was wrong with that. It was used. But here's the thing, like, because I was trying to get one that was 8 inches shorter, and it was like $60 used, and then somebody got it by the time I was able to get help with it, and then I was like, fuck, because brand new, it was closer to 100 even for that size. So I went through them and I found in a different color an 8 inches bigger for the same fucking price used, and I was like, god damn, hell yeah. And that one was even more expensive for brand new. I mean, technically yesterday, but yeah, I mean, it came yesterday, but it's nice. It's super quiet when it raises it, because like it has the buttons where it has a motor and everything. Absolutely can't beat it for $60. Dude, I'm telling you, just check used shit. And check various sizes when you check things. You gotta be super thrifty these days, not just at thrift stores. I need to do that better. There's another work related supply I got with that. It was a parts organizer, and I got a used one of that too, because even though it was only $30 new, nice saving money when you don't have money, even if it's not yours you're spending. So I got a used little plastic parts thing, and it pissed me off. It pissed me off right away, because somebody definitely ordered it and then took a bunch of drawers out of it because they were missing some or broke theirs or some fucking thing, and then sent it back. That's exactly what fucking happened. Because, yeah, it was missing, I think, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I think like 12 drawers. Yeah. Which, I also was immediately like, well, here's the thing. Like, it was something that I couldn't really find the exact thing that I wanted anyway, so this was kind of a placeholder to begin with. And I knew that going in because I was like, I'll just get something for now. Because from what it's been, I've just had piles of these fucking joystick things and stuff that I keep getting for this guy that he keeps telling me to order, and didn't really have anywhere to put them. So I was trying to get small drawers to put it all in, but couldn't find anything just the right size that I needed. So I settled for this, knowing it was insufficient, but then it was even more insufficient. But then it's insufficiently kind of neutralized itself, and the desk made everything better. I was kind of over it. Plus, all the shit from AliExpress came a week early. It wasn't supposed to be here till the 26th, and it's here today. So now I can work on those controllers sooner. And oddly enough, the fucking potentiometers for the stick drift that I ordered on Amazon for him aren't supposed to be here until, between tomorrow and after Christmas. There's no actual date. It's just between tomorrow and Christmas. Well, the 29th. But yeah, crazy stuff. Indeed. Not just that, but significantly made more room and my life easier. Plus, having the supplies for repairing things. Because realistically, if all the parts that he had me order work out, that's, God, I don't even know how many, but more than 20 controllers that I could potentially try to repair. Oh, fuck. Indeed, pretty good. I've been watching war movies, and this one's got Ben Affleck and Pedro Pascal and Charlie, what's his name, the Ed Gein guy, and a couple other people. But anyway, yeah, they're all down in Mexico, and they're seizing like the cartel's fucking house money. This fucking dude that has $75 million like just hidden in the walls of his house, but then they found out that the fucking walls, like every wall has money in it. And Ben Affleck, didn't want to go, but he desperately needed the money. So he ended up doing it, but then he's like, "Oh, I don't want to get any action, I just want to plan things." And then now all of a sudden that there's, money in every wall. He's just like fucking not leaving. You've seen that movie? Nice. A movie you've seen. That's crazy. It always feels like a statistical anomaly. Because what is that, like two movies out of the thousands that I've mentioned? You went out of your way to watch it? Why the fuck did you choose this one to go out of your way to watch? What the fuck? You don't even know? Crazy. I just watched 12 Strong yesterday. That was pretty good. That was with Chris Hemsworth and a bunch of other people about 9/11 and the first team to be deployed, I guess, that, nobody ever really knew about. I just saw the clip with a few of the faces in it and was like, "Oh, fuck yeah, I'm down for that." And then I saw more names when I looked at the who's in it and was like, "Oh, I'm totally down for that." Oh, the 12 Strong? Yeah, definitely. No, it was really good. I mean, obviously heavy embellished and, some of the stuff was just purely done for plot, but who knows how much of it's actually true, but it was definitely a good watch. Yeah, 12 Strong was essentially Chris Hemsworth was this army captain that never actually saw combat or was deployed or anything, and I can't remember if I think he applied for a position or something, or like they applied him for a position. Either way, he ended up behind a desk and really didn't want to be behind a desk. And then 9/11 happened, and he was like, "Put me in, coach," and they were like, "Nah, like this is where you're at now." And then like a bunch of people from his team were essentially like, "No, put him in." So yeah, they put him in, and they went to fuck. I can't remember who was who in the movie really, but the chief of something or rather, I don't know, somebody important, and they were like, he pitched his mission to him, and it was kind of an audition of which team they were gonna send to, be the first deployment, and according to the movie, he was the only one that kind of told it as it is because they kept trying to, tell him like, you ain't never seen combat. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't know what's going on. He's like, neither the fuck do you. Like none of us do. This hasn't happened before. Like, there is no fucking playbook for this. You need somebody that, you know, can adjust on the fly and, you know, doesn't have a playbook to follow. And they're like, all right, we'll put you in. Well, you know, they were more roundabout about it. And, like, telling him how arrogant he is and fucking, you know, we had 11 other crew in here before your team and not one of them said, you know, any of the shit you did. And then they were like, but yeah, you're right, pretty much. So then they send him, and then, you know, he meets up with the warlord, and then they play games of, like, you know, who's really in power there. But it turns out the warlord is actually a cool dude in the end, and they stayed friends, and everybody lived happily ever after, except for the fact that 2020 happened, and it kind of all went downhill since. But no, like, yeah, he met up with the warlord, and the warlord was, you know, pushing him, asking him questions, kind of, you know, sizing him up type deal. And he was playing along, and then, you know, he kind of finally started pushing back and testing the warlord, and then they took on Al-Qaeda and killed a bunch of Taliban together, and then they became best friends, and everybody lived, actually, in real life too. And the warlord eventually the warlord was like the president or fucking governor, I don't know, of some, you know, area of Afghanistan at the time before all that. And then he got taken over by Al-Qaeda, and then he became a warlord and has been, you know, fighting ever since. So, yeah. He eventually got, you know, became somebody again. I can't remember if he, you know, rebuilt his town or whatever, or took over, or not took over, but became an official of another one. But the movie legit ends with a picture of the actual crew, you know, saying that they all, you know, not lived happily ever after, but made it. And that the warlord and the dude actually stayed friends to this day. And he's like, you know, some elected official now of whatever area. But yeah, it was basically a 2-hour movie about a full-on blitz. Because that was the other thing is, you know, they were the army guys when they were interviewing, you know, Chris the Hemsworth. The army was talking about, oh, it's gonna take X amount of months to do this. Plus, it's gonna take 2 years to actually be successful in the mission. Yada yada yada. And then Chris came in and was like, "Fuck that! Like, you gotta do it in 3 weeks, or you're never gonna be able to do it." And they're like, "The fuck you mean?" And then he started talking about Russian information and the Afghan winters and the windows of opportunity. And they're like, well, shit, that does make sense. Oh shit. It's that time for you. Unless you got a new bedtime, because I don't know how much longer left in this movie. But I did put on a 2-hour movie. Well, you know what movie. I'm watching. You've seen this one. Go do your stuff. I should probably go find something to eat, to be honest. I am hungry. Oh. Enjoy it. I have to wait a little bit longer. I did take a nap, but I also feel tired. Good night. Have fun.